All right, we are going to
Greetings.
talk about Shane on his TPN, and then we're going to show everybody how to change out the TPN. And tonight is vitamin night, so I'm going to actually show you how I do the vitamins. And before I begin, I'll let him talk here while I'm washing my hands. First step is wash your hands, and also make sure you have a little garbage can ready for all your garbage.
All your accessories.
Yeah. All right. I'll go. I'll
go wash your hands?
my hands.
All right. So she uses the Hibiclins that's provided by the doctor or with our shipment. It's a special type of antibacterial soap, and it's supposed to wash your hands anytime that we do any kind of bag changes or the ports flushed, anything like that. Anytime anybody touches the two ports that I have, then they're supposed to wash their hands, including me. So I'm going to raise this up just a hair. I can edit that out.
All right, so I got my hands washed, and I got these 2 vitamin vials. So I'm going to pop off
And how often do I get vitamins?
every other night. So typically it's supposed to be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I think we're on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday because today's Thursday, so we're going to do that. So I have to open up the syringe.
And normally they say that I would get the vitamins every day under normal circumstances. But
Oh, there's a shortage.
yeah, there's a shortage of vitamins. So anyway, I'm getting them every other day, which the doctor insists is just as good. I don't see how that can be, but whatever. So right now she's going to show you how to inject or retrieve the medication from the vials, the vitamins, and then input into this bag without stabbing a hole through the bag.
Yeah, I did
That's already
that
happened
a
once.
couple weeks ago. All right, so here's the syringe, here's the needle. I have to insert a screw on the needle, take off the top of the needle, get it ready. I do need some alcohol to rub on the tops of the vials because in case there was any kind of bacteria on the tops of each one of these, and also on the top of the bag where I'm going to insert it. All right, so I have to take each of these, insert the needle, and then I'm going to be pulling out.
What'd you just do? Put
I
some
had
air
to get
into
some.
it?
I got some air out of it. So
Did you add air into it at all?
no. Well, I had it. I didn't have the syringe pulled all the way out. I mean,
Okay.
pushed all the way in. Okay, so I'm sucking all of the liquid out of this vial. I have to move up on it until I get it all, and then I am actually gonna get the air out of the syringe.
Now I did
There we
think
go.
that the nurse said to. Have
What?
you already done both?
No.
Both vitamins? You did them separately?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes. So stick it in here. Now it's going to add into the bag. Okay. I'm going to do this one. Same thing. There's a little rubber gasket holding the needle, holding the liquid in. And I'm pulling all of the liquid out of the vial. This one has a lot of yellow. This one's a yellow vitamin, so you can see this one really good. Although the liquid is coming out of the vial, I have to move the vial up and down a little bit just to make sure I get all the liquid.
And the nurse did say that we could inject a small amount of air into the vial to give it some back pressure to let it flow out into the needle a little bit more easily.
There we go. So that's good. It's going in the bag straight, not sideways. And now the liquid, which is yellow, it's been inserted. I am going to cover up this needle, pull the needle off. This is garbage. The needle goes into my sharps container. All right, so now the bag, you can see, has yellow liquid now, so that's the vitamins. I'm going to kind of mix it up here a little bit, make sure it's all mixed in really good.
So Kind of looks banana yellow.
Right. So now because I'm touching this bag, see my hands all over it, I'm going to wash my hands again because I'm getting ready to insert the this wire into the bag, and then we're going to start putting it on Shane. So we're going to switch places. I'm going to go wash my hands, and then we're going to add the put the wire on the bag and then hook it up to Shane. I'll be right back. And I remember to pull my hair back.
And we do this every night. Right now I'm on a 16 hour.
16 hours.
16 hour. It started out as 24, and this is day 27, 28 that I've been on this. It started in the hospital. I have Crohn's disease, so they've already, 6 years ago, they already pulled out a third of my colon. So the reason we're doing this is to give the remaining parts of my colon a rest, so that it'll heal up, and then hopefully I can start eating soft food. But it's going to be at least another 2 weeks. So I've been on it 27, 28 days now, and although I'm starving, it seems to be giving me all the nutrition I need. So.
Okay.
All right.
Now we're ready to. Let's do this part first. Let me
Flush it?
Get you flushed, ready for it, and then when we do that, we're ready to hook up.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are you doing right
We're
now?
going to take an alcohol pad and we're going to, about 15 seconds, wiping it on the end of the one. Shane has 2 ports. The longer port is the one that he hooks up to this long wire, and it goes into here. The second port is for drawing blood samples every week. The nurse comes every Tuesday night to draw blood samples. So she uses that. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold that.
All right.
This is a saline flush, sodium chloride, getting the air out of the syringe. Now I'm going to flush his port. We're going to do it in little pumps, so a little bit at a time. One of the nurses came and did it super fast, but he was drawing blood right away too, but that worked out good. But I just do it and kind of pump it in slowly in little jabs at a time.
I can smell it in my nose.
All right, and then we want to do a heparin
Sure.
for that one too?
No, we don't need heparin in this
So
one.
just that one?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that at the end.
Okay.
All right, so just one?
Yeah, I have 2 ports, and this is the one with the extension on it's the one that we mainly use, and the other one is just kind of extra, but we have to clean it every night.
Okay, so I open up this bag, it has the a long tube in it. I'm going to get rid of this garbage here. And this thing we don't need either. So I'm going to unwrap it. Can you pull this little tab? He's going to pull the tab. You want me to hold that?
Yeah. There's a little plastic tab on the end of where that goes into, and I just pulled it.
Okay.
Keeps it clean.
All right, so then we're going to take this wire, the tubing, and there's a plastic end that goes into the bag, has a cover on it with a pokey, like a big sharp piece on it, and then Shane holds this piece, which is the end, and we let it drop to the floor. Okay, good.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to unhook this. It's exposed. I'm going to be jabbing into the bag, straight in, so we don't poke a hole in the bag other than where we want to. And while I'm doing that, the liquid starts moving through the tube, and we're letting gravity. It's filling up this tube right now. While you're waiting on that, I'm going to get the batteries ready to go in here.
And this part here is a filter in order to get the extra air out is what it's on there for. So now this one, as long as I hold this above the bag, it's not going to come running out.
Okay, you
So
ready?
no, let me go ahead and drop it. So
Okay.
you want to get the mixture all the way to the end, and then go ahead and break that off.
Okay, there's a little tab I pulled off of here.
and that stops the flow of the medication while she connects the line to the actual pump.
Here's the pump, and the pump will now have this tube inserted and closed down. And I just changed the batteries while we were talking a minute ago. I was changing the batteries, so this way it has a fresh pair of C batteries. And now I'm going to insert this into the pump. We've got a yellow part that goes right in here, and this blue part, and there's actually little arrows for that. So I'm going to do that right now. So when I put that in, I have to be careful not to puncture the tube with the lever. And I remembered to pull my hair back before I started this, because a lot of times throughout the week I had forgotten to pull my hair back, and then I had to get my hair pulled back because it was in my way. All right, so this is on here. Clamp down this closed tube. Now it's ready to go. And now we're ready to...
And we change the batteries every day. Every bag change, then new batteries.
Okay, we're ready to hook you up right here. Okay.
All right.
And then I'm going to start the machine on. It's going to run through a couple beeps. Get rid of this garbage.
When our nurse comes out on Tuesdays to do the dressing change, they change it once a week, but she just throws stuff everywhere. I think it's a nurse thing.
Yeah, when I get really good, I guess I'll start throwing stuff everywhere. I must be getting better at it.
Yeah, you're really good at it.
All right, and then I'm going to flush the heparin. Let me wash my hands one more time. Hit enter.
Are we having it run yet?
I'm hitting it now. It's going to start.
And on our screen it says repeat RX, which means it's going to start your prescription amount for the day from that point, from the beginning.
Yep, and then when it says press run to start, we're going to press run to start, and now it is officially on. It's moving. So I'm going to wash my hands one more time. And
okay. As long as you have a green flashing light, this is the Moog 6000 unit. So as long as you have a green flashing light, that means it's running and it's going, because you really can't hear it. When I was on it for 24 hours a day for the first week or 2 weeks, it pumped a lot faster, and you could hear it running. But now that I'm on the 16 hours a day, they have to slowly taper up, and then it runs normally, and then in the last 2 hours, the speed of the delivery of the liquid tapers down. That way, because if you just cut it off, then there's a chance you have a spike in blood sugar, and it could throw you off. So that's why they do the taper up and the taper down.
all right, so now we're going to flush his other port with some heparin, which we do every night, and it's the port that they take blood for him, but this way we'll make sure it's getting cleared out every day.
And also there was a couple weeks ago they couldn't get any blood out of it, so the nurse actually took one of these heparin things and just jammed it in there as quick as possible to kind of blow everything out of the line. And then he put a saline on there and was able to draw it back and show blood, so then he was able to take the samples.
All right, so on the heparin, when I undo the tab here, there's a little bit of air, so I do need to get the air out, but I have to pull back on it because there's a little bit of catch and it's kind of sticky. Pull back on it, and that way it clears it up, and now I can make sure that it's getting the air out right there. And now I can insert this and flush. This one I go pretty quick now.
Yeah, I can feel it going in my arm. It's cold.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're ready to wrap you up.
Yep.
We need a fresh mesh.
Yeah, you can use a fresh.
All right, let me
fresh
get
one.
it out of the box.
So overall, that's the basic procedure of how to change a TPN bag. Like I said, I have a double pick line here. I think most people have it in the same arm. This is the first time I've ever had it. And it doesn't hurt or anything. It's just there. Just get used to it. So it's been an interesting experience. I went through this 30 years ago, but back in those days, there was a home health care nurse, and she would come out twice a day to like just give me an IV that was a third of that size and take an hour to drain in. She did that twice a day, and it was loaded up with steroids. So I was like, woohoo! And I didn't sleep for 3 months. It was great. But there's no steroids involved in this one. They just want to see how things are going.
All right, so I got a bandage here that they do send us fresh ones, so every night we try to get them changed out. So wrap up your cord so that way you're not, whenever, if he does happen to pull it, it's not pulling it from his arm, it's pulling it from the wraparound and in the
Yeah, so there's a little extra on there. That lead that she put on there, the nurse originally gave us a little extra room to play with in case there's a mistake. Like I don't, or I'm yanking on the line when I'm sleeping.
Like you did, what, 2 nights ago?
Yeah.
Didn't you do that?
So it's you know, I don't even notice it there anymore. It's comfortable. So.
All right, and then we're going to take his backpack here. And zip it up.
I'm gonna move this over.
Yeah, just a little bit. And this backpack holds this bag. And there's a little Velcro hook for the top of the bag.
There's also a plastic hook, but we were told by everybody, don't use the plastic hook because sometimes it tears through the bag. The Velcro is the one you want to use.
All right, and then we have the Velcro wraps around the bag, kind of like wrapping a little baby. There we go. Get it all pulled in, and then this is going to go in the bag. And there's a little window, a Velcro window with a plastic window in it. You want to be able to see the cord without wrapping it, without getting it all mixed up. Here, hang on. There we go.
You just want it so the buttons are displayed through the little pull-down Velcro viewing window on the outside of the bag.
Yeah, in case you beep in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
we can see what's going on. And then this zips up and has a little spot for this cord to hang out. And we're all set. Shane could either put this on his shoulders and be walking around with it.
Or we can hang it on the IV rack, which is normally, when I'm at home, obviously that's where it's at.
There you go.
So that's it. Well,
You're
good
all
to go.
set. All right, good job.
Yeah, awesome.
Great
All
job.
right.
All right.
Hope this helps somebody. Thanks for watching.
Mhm.
Sometimes we ran into a couple snags when we first started doing it, and we figured it out. Also, one time it beeped, and it said upper occlusion or upper obstruction on the little window. So we knew that was from the pump up to the bag. And then if you ever see anything that says lower obstruction, it'll mean it's from the bottom of the pump itself, somewhere up to here, going into my arm. And it was just a kink in the line. We cleared it easily, and they just untwisted the tubing that was inside there, and it cleared up by itself. I think we had to restart it. We had to pause it. There's a pause button on there, and then hit run again, and it went back to normal. So it wasn't that big of a deal. So you want to go turn that off? You hit the button on it. I can't get up over there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Later. Buttons on the back.
Got it.